It is a very exciting time to be a mobile photographer because REEFLEX's 240mm Super Telephoto lens is here. It is live on Kickstarter as we speak, and it's doing very, very well. Thank you so much to everyone who has backed the lens. And you go on the Kickstarter page and you see at the top there's a video there that I made, and it's 6 minutes long, and it shows you loads of examples, loads of different situations, but I can only give each photo so much time in that video. So in this video I've decided to go through some of those pictures again, but also show you some extra pictures that I didn't have a chance to show you, that didn't make the main video for whatever reason, and also show you some screen recordings and give you some more insights into what the lens can do, the lens that you're going to be getting if you are a Kickstarter backer. And if you're not a Kickstarter backer, don't worry, then this video is still for you. You can see more what the lens can do if you're interested and things like that. So let's jump into my screen recording here. Watch this video in 4K, by the way, to give yourself that best image quality. And I want to start with the photos that I started with in the Kickstarter video, which is these ones of London. I was going to say London Abbey then, of the London Eye. So this is the first picture that you see, and I've got the metadata open here just to show you that, like, my thought process behind the pictures that I used in the campaign were pictures that anybody could get. Okay, so you can rock up to the London Eye right here. You can see it on the map and just capture this exact same image. And you can see in the video, it's me filming my wife. She's just holding the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the Super Telephoto lens and getting this photo. So yeah, this should put to bed any claims that these pictures are fake, which I have seen, because this person said, well, I have the same phone. I can't take that picture with my phone. Like, well, that's the point, because you don't have the lens. So this is the metadata, and if I hold the / key, you can see the before and after. So these are Pro RAW files, barely edited, raise the shadows a little bit and change the hue in the blue there to a less turquoisey hue. And I want to show you as well some pictures that I took. This is a snapshot. I don't even know why I took this picture, but I'm glad I did, because it allowed me to compare. So I've got this picture and I've got this other one here of these two, and this is a Super Telephoto shot, again barely edited. If I hold down the / key, you can see the original. Let me get rid of the metadata here. And so this is them taken with accidentally taken with the 1x camera, and this is a Super Telephoto. Now there's 2 layers of glass between me and them, and look how sharp they are. Look how crisp this image is. Really, really nice. So let's move on to some portraits. And this picture didn't actually make the video. If I bring up my comparison view with these two here, so you've got the 10x the Super Telephoto picture on the right and the 5x telephoto picture on the left. Both are beautiful, but you can see how the lens changes the image. And again, this is that compression, but along with compression, you also get extra bokeh. So I'm in the same spot here, but if I zoom in 100%, so KT is now practically the same size in both of these frames, but look how much extra blur I get from this foreground here, and you can really see that the closer you get to it. And so this is a better example how this has just been thrown completely out of focus. And here, like, this is a really nice portrait, and I'm not bashing the 5x telephoto lens whatsoever. It's a brilliant lens, but sometimes you need that extra zoom, and a great example of that is in these ones here. So this is the 5x, and there was no other way for me to angle my phone here. It's a really weird situation. It's this really narrow gap in this advertising board, and at the 5x you get this this blue thing here, this here that's reflecting. This is an advertising board, and then the Super Telephoto just cuts it all out, and it blurs this stone. What is it? A stone arm barrier, something or other as well. Just brings everything forward. So if you look at how close, look at the background. Look at Westminster Bridge in the background. So look at it here, and I'll actually bring up my comparison view again. Look at it here. If I try and zoom in 100% and look at it here. So that is what the compression is doing and how it gives you that extra bokeh. So this is a better example of that. It's more blurry, and there's been no extra like lens blur added or anything like that, because you'd quickly get found out if you did stuff like that. Plus the lens doesn't need it, as you will see in a minute. And before I move on from these portraits, I wanted to show you a RAW file. So this is a RAW file, just to give you an idea of what RAW files look like. Shooting through this really narrow gap in the fence. That is just my favorite use case for this lens. So where's that? So I'm shooting through this little gap. Not this exact one. A better example would be the wider shot. I'm over here and I'm shooting this way, like that, up. So, and this is the result that I was getting. I love these type of shots with the really, like, not intrusive foreground element, but a really strong foreground element. And the edits that I made, you can see it's mainly to the colors here, because there was a lot of like green turquoise light reflecting on her skin. Didn't like it, so I just brought back some of that natural red skin tone. So let's move on from the portraits. There are more coming up. In fact, while I'm on the subject of portraits, I can just may as well stick with them, because these are some of my favorites. This is more of a similar sort of thing, shooting through something. Here on Regent Street in London, we just have some leaves right close to the camera again, and they just frame her beautifully. And this is what you can do with the Super Telephoto. It allows you to use frames, whether it's a foreground frame or a background frame. And we do have a portrait video coming out where Heather takes you through this sort of thing in even more detail that I'm going to do today. And see, we've got a foreground element here, we've got a middle ground, and then we've got a background which is out of focus. And you can see with the way the individual hairs are here, there is no extra lens blur added or anything like that. And so these are all 15 Pro Max photos. This was the only photo used in the video that was actually taken with the 16 Pro Max. And look at the beautiful bokeh that we have here. And this looks fake. This honestly looks fake. I mean, by fake, I mean it looks like there's been extra bokeh added, but absolutely not, because I can hold my backslash key and show you the RAW file, and then show you the edited version. So I've actually brought down the clarity in Marta's skin here. So I've actually reduced the image quality, if you like, or at least the appearance of sharpness, by bringing the clarity down to, smoothing her skin a little bit. So you're actually getting sharper, or what look like sharper images than what I showed you in the campaign. So that's pretty cool. And again, you get to use these foreground elements without distortion. Something else I didn't quite mention too much in the campaign video, but there's this lack of distortion that you get when you shoot with this sort of focal length. And before I move on, some images that didn't make the campaign video, but I think REEFLEX have used it in the marketing elsewhere, is these ones on Regent Street. I thought these ones were going to be the main, really prominent in the campaign, but I ended up not liking them because they are nice photos. There is a advertising board just off frame here, and it kept changing color, and it was lighting Katie beautifully, and it really made her eyes pop. It gives us that 3D look, which I really liked. It really it really drawed my eye. Forget it. It really drew my eye, but the pictures can't. I didn't want the pictures to just be nice. I wanted them to actually show you what the lens can do. And here, yes, you get a bit of foreground bokeh, you get a bit of background bokeh, but nothing too special here. So I didn't use these in the end. Let's move on to autofocus stuff, because this is another key concern people have with lenses like this, because there are other lenses out there, these like super zoom lenses, 6x, 10x and stuff, but they've got manual focus rings. And for portraits, like, I like to just use the focus point in the REEFLEX Pro camera app, put it on my subject's eye, and then I'm moving around like they're moving around. It's not it wouldn't be possible for me, especially here, to use a manual focus ring. Keeping up with this guy, he's booking. He's flying around this corner. All these shots were captured in a span of around 2 seconds if I look at the screen recording. So I'll just go through those here. You can see how it tracks him really easily. And I'm not doing anything. I'm just following him with the phone like that. And I've got an unedited example here for you. So you can see, again, I actually degraded the image quality in the edited versions. I actually gave it that grittier look. I actually added a vignette here, which wasn't present in the raw files. And I brought up I faded the shadows a bit here with the curves, and just gave it an overall more gritty tone. And these look great. I love how you can see him kicking up all this dirt and stuff here, and you get those really sharp stones. And yeah, it's just a really great, I'm really pleased with how these examples turned out, and to show people the autofocus and the handheld capabilities. And I'm in no risk. I look like I'm right behind this guy, especially in some of these shots. But I'm not. I'm safely away. I'm behind a barrier, safely away. So, like, that's another benefit. Same thing here. They look like they're really close to me, these guys, as they're riding towards me, but they're not. And these images here as well show the same thing, tracking the guy as he does the jump. And there's a little bit of an Easter egg here. I didn't remove these 2 spectators from this example, but I did from the rest. So that's the only sort of editing that I'm going to do in terms of like trickery. I'm just going to remove like unwanted people here, but that's about it. So yeah, I think like in terms of autofocus, there is also the paragliding images, which are here. I think the video does a good job of that. And you can see the image quality. You can see again the lack of vignetting that would definitely show up in this image. And also, just to show off the lack of distortion, I do have this image here with these straight lines. Straight lines are a great way to identify distortion, and you can see these lines are sharp throughout the frame. Didn't use this image in the end to show that in the video, but I think I could have done, because it's a pretty cool image. And yeah, so he's sharp, and so are all these lines. These lines stay straight. There's no bowing, there's no barrel distortion or anything like that. And this is the 1x shot, and this is with the 5x without the lens, and then with the lens there. So no worries about distortion, vignetting, anything like that. Cool. So let's move on to some more compression stuff. These 2 images were featured in the video of this lion here. This is like real relatable zoo stuff. You can go to this zoo, this is Chester Zoo, and you can get this image of this sleeping lion. And it's going to look like this with the 1x lens. It's going to look like this with your 5x lens. In fact, it's out of focus here. And I loved actually the fact that this happened, because it really showed off another benefit of the focus point here is not much smaller than this fence. So you put the focus point on the lion, yet the focus still gets confused because there's something in front of it. Whereas with the 10x, if I just click over here, with the 10x, the focus point is like that big now. So it's much smaller. You shoot straight through the fence. And a lot of the times I don't even notice this fence now in the foreground. It just melts away. I'm stood in the same spot, by the way. Just attach the lens and then detach it. And let's try and bring this lion the same size. Like, there we go, just over 100%. So that is the difference that the compression can make. It's not just magnifying. It's not the same as digital zoom whatsoever. It's optical zoom, and this is the difference. In terms of wildlife, I did actually go on a driven safari, but all of the images looked like this. They had a fence in the background, which I didn't like. This is great for reach, and this is relatable again, but I still want to take nice photos. And this just didn't. I didn't like this fence in the background. It didn't add anything, and the rhinos and the animals are really sharp, but it just wasn't feeling these. I think there were better ones. I think I chose right for the video. This is a yawn. Is this a deer? A yawning deer. So this is the 5x telephoto, and this is the 10x. Just the fine textures on these animals are really brought out, and you can see that in this. What is it? I don't know. It was a chimpanzee. I waited for ages for this guy to do something, and this was the best that I got. But you can see all the individual furs. You see the fine, like the lines and the textures and things, and especially in the elephant. The elephant is a great example of that. You can see like the texture on the elephant's skin is, it looks so weathered. You can just imagine what this feels like. So in terms of wildlife, I think we do have a couple more. We have this cheetah, which was going to be my demonstration initially of the compression, getting rid of the fence. But then I took the other lion images that I thought were stronger and showed that off. But we still get a beautifully sharp image of this cheetah. And then there was this bird demonstration, which I liked a lot as well. But yeah, these could have gone in the video. But again, I thought there were stronger ones. But this is a great one for the bokeh, actually. This is, if I hold backslash, there's the raw file, slightly overexposed. But it is what it is because it's a raw file. I'm shooting manually. And then there is the edited version. No extra bokeh added whatsoever. And same thing here with the trainer. Really nice to see all the individual feathers. That's motion blur. That's why I didn't use these images, because that's motion blur. But again, you're going to get some genius saying that this is like like the lens is soft, but the wings are flapping. And if I hold backslash, it's not as overexposed, but a faster shutter speed would have darkened the image and probably frozen the bald eagle a bit better here. So I think that's why this one didn't make the cut in the end. I didn't want people thinking it was a soft lens when it was just motion blur. And yeah, just really great image quality here. Just separates the eagle and the trainer from the background really, really nicely. Yeah, really happy with those. And I think that is everything I've got for you to... let me just show you quickly these Samsung images. So this is from the Trevi Fountain section. If I go to the metadata, you can see these are just JPEGs shot with the stock camera app on the S24 Ultra. And look at them. They're pin sharp. You can see here this bit, and then this other bit here is these two bits. So that's what you're getting. Matea was just stood right at the back. I saw everyone else clamoring forward, trying to get a picture. And I had this light bulb moment that didn't occur to me before to really show what the lens could do in a crowded situation like Rome, which is always crowded. And yeah, I'm really happy like that. I was like thinking, why didn't that idea come to me before? But no, I just, when we came to the Trevi Fountain, I said to the guys, the REEFLEX guys who were with me, this is really good to show off what the lens can do. And there's me. Because again, it's a real situation relating to people. I don't want to go too much into the macro because I don't have too many comparisons to show you with. This is one taken with the current G series macro lenses. And then this is one with the new Super Telephoto Macro Add-On. I chose it because the B was roughly the same size and the same angle in the frame, but it's not the best comparison, so I don't want to go too much into macro. I'm going to make a dedicated macro comparison video, so that one will be coming. But the main benefit of the Super Telephoto Macro Add-Ons is staying further away. So images like this spider here on this web, taken like bird's eye view shot straight down. With the current macro lenses, you have to focus so close. I would have been like that far away from the spider's backside. I wouldn't have been able to see its web, see the context of the web and things like that. So that's one of the benefits that you get with the Super Telephoto G series lenses. I would never have got this close to a spider because I really don't like them. They really give me the EBGBs. So like for me, it unlocks an extra dimension of macro images for me. So I hope you have enjoyed that. Hope it's given you some extra insight. And let me know, by the way, if you are planning to pledge and back the Kickstarter campaign, or if you already have and you want some more questions answered, I'm here for you. Let me know what you want to see. Got loads more coming, and I hope you enjoyed that. It's been a lot of fun shooting this campaign, and I hope you can see just how good faith everything is that we do here. How we just these are the examples. Nothing to hide. Have a look at them. Compare them to everyone else's. Please do. Like, you will see how good this lens is. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one.